Lash, a long kick down into the 22-metre mark, taken back there by Horrocks, puts his boot to it straight away and kicks for this broadcast touch. Then High-Tongue just watches it go past him into touch without putting a hand on it. So Buller will have the first line out, half a metre inside their own half. And Anthony Ellis going to do the throwing for Buller today. The prop forward made a miraculous recovery from injury from last week's game. So he will be throwing to this first line out. Be interesting to see with this breeze how deep Buller go. And they do go towards the back and taken there by De Koch. And he goes 4 or 5 metres inside Wanganui's territory. Lays it back for Stevens. Up there to High-Tongue. And he runs straight into Campbell Hart. Puts him down on the ground. Hart gets up now to Jeff Lepper. Out playing at first 5-8. Just going across field. And has it been taken away from Buller? Yes, it has. It's a steal, and Horrocks again puts his boot to it. Puts it back towards the far wing. Racing back there as a fullback for Buller. Kalikabeki knocks it back towards his own goal line. Decides to go for a wee bit of a run, but he's got himself into trouble, has he? Well, manages to go another few paces, trying to run it out of trouble. Goes back to Lash, and he goes onto the left foot, and he can just knock it into touch. About 18 metres the ball out now. And Buller looking as though they want to run it back, but they've got to get their hands on the ball first.
They do, Townie. A turnover there by Wanganui. I was a bit dubious about it. He looked like he's straight onto the ball, not giving Jeff Lepper a chance to play it. Anyway, it's Wanganui line out.
Right, the hooker, Tuatahua, down towards the back. Horrocks has got it, gets it out there to Clare. Clare tries to bring it back inside there to Brown. Right down inside the 22-metre mark. Coming back to the left again, this time again up to Campbell Hart. Hart pinds it up to Jamie Hughes. Again, Horrocks has got it, still working to this left-hand side. Again, Craig Clare got Navanavalou on his shoulder. Horrocks gets it out to the props now, and it's Hakaria got it. Back there, Horrocks stalking it after about 8 ground. Along the back line it goes. Up comes the fullback with Perry. Still running with it. Tries to set his winger away on the far side there. Boy, just put him down there too, and that was Tikoisolomone. Rolls back. Again, the forwards pick it up for Wanganui. Trying to go ahead was Campbell Hart. Down onto the ground. Buller 6 metres out from their own line. Wanganui, Horrocks, away to the left there. Gets up to Craig Clare. Tries to give it back again to Hakaria. Now they're going the short side. Horrocks, just about an intercept, was it? Or was it lost forward?
It was a forward pass, Townie. James Lash took the ball, and referee has called a forward pass. Well, I'll tell you what, that was helter-skelter from Wanganui. They had Buller backpedaling. Great tackle by James Lash in the corner it was that halted proceedings only 5 metres out, and then good defence from Buller. They've held Wanganui out, and now they'll have the scrum about 10 metres from their own line and on the grandstand side of the field.
Right, 10 metres in from the Croaky Green corner. First scrum going down.
Andrew Stevens returning, Townie.
Andrew Stevens been out with injury. Waiting for the scrum to go down, to settle. Referee not happy.
It's always interesting, these first scrums, Townie. Teams just trying to get an ascendancy. New rules, of course. You've got to place your heads in the right positions. And
got to push straight.
Yeah, good. Well, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, depending on the referee's interpretation. However, Buller got this defensive scrum. They'll need to get it out of here. Will they try and attempt to run it out?
Well, we saw a couple of weeks ago, Townie, didn't they? Daniel High-Tongue took the ball a number of times off the back.
Buller need a strong scrum here. Put in, hooked. Coming back slowly. High-Tongue's holding it in the back there. Stevens has got it. The scrum's going nowhere. Just holding up. Now High-Tongue's got it. He does come off the back too. Well, he runs straight into the tackle of Jamie Hughes. Puts him on the ground. Buller waiting for it to come back. Stevens has got it. He's got Lash straight behind him now. Goes back to Lash onto that favoured left foot. And he kicks it back down that grandstand touch. And play still inside the Buller 22. And they will be Wanganui ball.
He's not a big man, Jamie Hughes, the open side for Wanganui, but I tell you what, he's made a couple of telling tackles early on.
But again, Tutaha. Where's he going to? Down towards the back it will be. Taken there nicely by Travis Hay-Horton. Out along the backs now. And Navanavallou's got it. Tries to slip it up. The pass was forward there too. Coming in, Tikoisolomone. And he took the pass from Petaia there, but it was forward. Referee right on the spot.
It was an either way call for me, Townie. It looked pretty good. Pene Navanavalou, he's making a homecoming of sorts here. He's long been thought of as the Mayor of Buller. He's played a number of Heartland Championship matches for Buller.
Well, it is election year, so he might be out.
Yeah, he could be in. Remember, he famously scored a try in the final. They beat South Canterbury here in 2012, and then
Got the $20.
Julie picked up, I think, a $50 note from under one of the posts that the coaches had put there.
All right, yes, Stevens again. I'm picking High Tongue to come the short side. They're about 18 metres in from our broadcast touch. Two scrums, very solid last time. Great to see Issei Lewaki on the blind side for Buller.
Yeah, another returning player that's played for Buller in the past, Townie, and he's suited up in the red and blue today, which is good to see.
He got that injury, of course, in the warm-up game for the Seddon Shield matches, and back out today. Been out for the first couple of weeks. Stevens just having a wee look around.
I'll tell you what, if Daniel Hightongue does come to the blind, James Lash looks very keen out to the left there.
And Buller got the wee shove on. They are going open too, out there to Lash. And he puts a kick deep down. In fact, goes into Wanganui territory. Bounces on the 10-metre mark and goes back towards the 22. Wanganui moving it across to their left. And again, they're kicking. And again, they're trying to force Buller back. Lash there playing back there at fullback. Takes it inside the 22-metre mark. And he decides to go round the winger, Rogers Holden, but he slips over. So Buller in trouble here. And Wanganui over the top. They're going to drive Buller out of it here. They have. Lash got himself into a bit of trouble here. And Horrocks gets it across there to Nathan Avalou. He's taking a 3-on-1 out here. Wanganui and heading now for the corner and will score the first try there this afternoon is Tikoisolomone. And instant Buller there creating problems for themselves. It's to have a look on the wet and forget replay there, Smithy. James Lash, he attempted to run past the left winger there, Tyler Rogers Holden. But the Wanganui forwards very, very quick up on top of them, and they scored over in the far corner.
Yeah, he got a bit isolated there, Lashy. There was no one back with him for a start. He slipped over. Good work there by the Rogers Holden, the winger. He's tidied up. Then Wanganui, they hit into that and they turned the ball over and out to the right-hand side. Like you say, Tierney, they had 3-on-1, and it was Tikoisolomone that scored in the corner. James Lash, first foot he's put wrong all season for mine. He'll be looking to make amends for that, and we're going to have, I think, Clare, is it, Townie, converting from right out on that right-hand touchline, and he'll have the wind pretty much over his shoulder.
Here's poor old Pat Saukuru, who had a 3-on-1 situation. He took number one, but he couldn't do much about the other two, and the try scored. There goes Clare, and that looks pretty good, and it is converted. So after 7 minutes of play here at Victoria Square, that conversion there to Clare makes it still form Wanganui 7 and Francis Mining Buller 0. Back to the halfway mark we come.
Yeah, the Buller side, they're trundling forward here.
Be a wee bit disappointed in that because it held out so well, but they just got swamped there from the Wanganui forward pack.
Yeah, they were caught short on numbers, Townie. A couple of people went in to try and secure the ball, and of course that just made them a bit short out to that right-hand side.
Right, Lash with the ball. Be kicking again back towards our broadcast touch. Gets it up nice and high. Waiting for it to come down there is Sam Madams. Gets it up to Horrocks. Horrocks runs straight into Leper and Zach Walsh there. Still got it under control. Trying to pass it away, and they're using Jamie Hughes quite a bit there, right out in midfield. Horrocks straight behind there to Clare. And again, he kicks back for our
it's a good
broadcast
kick too,
line.
Townie.
He's gone bouncing back inside the 22. Back there is our number 8, Dane Hightongue, and as he has the winger coming up on him, Rogers Holden are playing ducks and drakes here. Buller again. Alex Paterson gets in a wee bit of a tangle here because he's taken down by Campbell Hart, and again the Wanganui forwards are over top, but this time illegally. They didn't let him go, and Buller will have a relieving penalty. Well, 3 players there, none of them seem to want to put it into touch, and Buller there with the penalty.
Yeah, Bryn Hudson caught on the wrong side, made the tackle, but just couldn't roll out, Townie.
Here goes Lash, no room to move, and it's into touch about 25 metres out from the Buller goal line. 7 points to 0, Wanganui leading Buller. Had about 9 minutes gone here at Victoria Square.
Anthony Ellis again. We've got a pretty good view of this one. Wow,
this time it goes in. Leper takes it. Just knocked on there in the front too. Referee, playing advantage there is Tutaua, he came through, he saw the tap down, he came through, just tapped it forward, and Buller now with the scrum.
Well, they're looking a bit rough at line-out time, Buller again, Townie. It's been their Achilles heel so far this season. Anthony Ellis wasn't a bad throw. Jeff Lepper, it's like his lifters just left him stranded. Left him stranded halfway. And it was Tutaua, the Wanganui hooker, just got his hand on the ball but knocked it on. And Buller now, they're 23, 24 metres outside their own 22 scrum time again. Only a small blind, so James Lash again lined up. Wanganui very tight in their back defence.
Yes, only Alex Paterson on the right-hand side. Rest of the backs lined out to the left. Buller again need a powerful scrum. Wanganui putting the shove on. High Tongue's got it, gets it back to Stevens, out to Lash. This time it goes up to Ravudra out in the middle, but he runs straight into the tackle of Troy Brown. Midway, 22 and halfway. Buller still got it there. Dane High Tongue's got it. Moving forward into the Wanganui forward pack. Again, they're working it their way to the left there. And this time it's the number 8, it's gave it a cock rather. Lash has got it. Is he going to go for a little run? But they didn't fall for that. Ran straight into the tackle of Hay Horton. Again, they're working to the left. Lawaki gives it up. Oh, that's a good pass there to Mason Bryant. Up towards the 10-metre mark, Buller territory. A little bit of room there. Comes out to High Tongue. High Tongue just going across field. Still on the 10-metre mark. Reaching in Stevens. Goes on the short side. Gets it to Lawaki. Lawaki gets it up there to Bryant. They're just working inside that grandstand touchline. Stevens waiting for it. Got High Tongue at first 5. He's got it and goes straight ahead. Not going to get through there, though, as a Wanganui forward pack shut him down quickly. They're about 8 metres inside Buller's territory now. Again on the short side to Lawaki. 4 metres inside Buller territory. They're just making a metre at a time. Stevens organising things. Waiting to give it to Lash. He does give it out there to Lash. Lash gives it up to High Tongue. But again, the Wanganui forwards. Another big tackle from Jamie Hughes. And it's knocked away there from Buller and kicked down towards the Buller goal line. Racing back there is Kalikabeki, but it's going to go dead. It'll beat them all.
That's that win, Townie. Kick from Jamie Hughes, and it's gone dead from, like you say, just inside Buller's territory, and Buller will get the scrum back.
He put up a bit high into the air, really, didn't he? And Kalikabeki suddenly found that he had to race back. He was waiting for the ball to come. He was way across to his right-hand side, and they're
just trying to work out where the kick was made from. I think they've flogged about... Yeah, here we go. They're going
back. The referee's got it right, yes.
He has, yep.
5 metres inside Buller's territory, and they're about 7 or 8 metres in from the grandstand touch.
I'm not sure which one of the assistant referees it is on this side, Townie, but it was a good job there. He stayed on the mark.
And Wanganui 7, they lead Buller 0. And we must have had about 13 minutes gone in the first half.
I've just noticed James Lash has slipped a few times. There's no water on the surface. Maybe it's just too hard today.
He might have to put the shortest studs in at half time.
Lawaki and Mason Bryan have carried a couple of times down the blind side. We've got Stevens again. The scrum comes back up.
Just waiting. They're just both sides trying to get a bit of ascendancy here in the forward pack.
Yeah, scrum time's very even so far, Townie. Got Iliesa Ravudra out here. He's talking to James Lash. He's had 1 carry. Outside him, you've got Westport Stalwart, Tukahu Samuels.
Hardly touched the ball yet, has he? Hadn't had an opportunity.
No, he hasn't. I'd suggest he's probably him and Pat Saukuru who haven't.
Pat Saukuru had a look at it when that try was scored, but it wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't. He was up against it there, 3-on-1. Here we go. High Tongue in the back.
Just holding it. He takes it and drops it away too. And referee playing advantage, and then Wanganui knock it on as well. So High Tongue trying to take it away off the back. They're trying to run it into this light breeze there, but the Buller backs have showed they can handle it.
Yeah, they can. It's disappointing, Townie. If we go back 2 weeks, Buller went 20 minutes just about without making a mistake. I think they've made 7 or 8 already, and what are we, 15 minutes into the first half. Andrew Stevens went away to the right. High Tongue picked up and went to give it to him, and Horrocks was all over him.
All over him on it, yep, just knocked it down.
So it's Wanganui's chance now, 5 metres inside Buller's territory, Townie.
And the halfback, Lindsay Horrocks, he's got the ball. In the back of the scrum there, Bryn Hudson. He'll control play here.
Yeah, they've got a lot of width out to this left-hand side. The try scorer...
Tikoisolomone, he's just waiting on the right there, waiting for it down that short side. No, it's going to go open here. Horrocks, he gets it knocked away there too. And Stevens gets penalised there for knocking the arm. He knocked it out of the halfback's hand, but the referee says no, offside.
He's saying offside, Townie. Yeah, a tough one.
Must have been Don't know who he's signing there, but the halfback, Stevens, actually knocked it away from Horrocks. And Craig Clare, he'll kick down that grandstand touch and puts it towards the croquet green corner, right on the 22-metre mark. The touch judge stops. Been all Wanganui, though, Smithy, in the first 15 minutes here at Victoria Square. Buller, basically, other than the kickoffs, haven't been in Wanganui's half.
No, they've had the ball, Johnny. They just haven't been able to get out of the half. And here we go to Taha again, thrown to the line out. His Campbell Hart's been his favourite today. I wonder if he'll go there again. And he does.
And he does, yes. Campbell Hart towards back here. The money man. Wanganui got a wee bit of a show on. Waiting for it to come back as Horrocks. And off the back goes the flanker, Hughes again. Oh, picked up there by Ravudra. Ravudra Buller's got it, gives it up there to Samuel. Samuel fires a long pass to Kalikabeki out here on this right-hand side. Goes 5-6 metres inside Buller's half. Good covering tackle there from Wanganui. Stevens reaching in. Gives it out there to Lash. Fires it straight up there to Leper out in the middle there. And around his ankles goes Jamie Hughes. Just going backwards slightly. The referee, is he playing advantage? Oh, coming through Craig Clare, has to be offside. Mason Bryant gets it out. He puts a head down and gets knocked back 2 or 3 paces. Now they come back to the right-hand side. Lawaki gets it. Goes up towards the 10-metre mark. He's a little bit isolated. Quickly over the top, Jack Best. Comes out there to Lash. Lash gives it up there to the cock. Kalikabeki, he slipped 1, he slipped 2. Got a couple of players inside him. He's going to go around the fullback. Oh, he is, but he just falls down. He's out. He's just put his foot. Well, good work there from Kalikabeki down this right-hand side. He had a couple of players inside him, and quickly thrown in from Wanganui. Knocked on, and the referee says no.
I've already said, I think there was a couple from each side there. He's
starting to line up. Well, Wanganui trying to play the game quickly. They've got the breeze behind them. They're wanting to get the ball in because they're just, whenever they have to, putting it straight down the paddock. And, that was Buller's first little opportunity. And good work there, some good passing.
Well, the top try scorer from Club Rugby, Mitty Kalikabeki, he got shown the outside. He had to go down the outside. Alex Paterson on his inside unmarked. And an ankle tap there just got him over the sideline, and the ball sat up for Paterson on the inside too. Now, just a bit of gamesmanship before that, Townie. I don't know if you saw it while that play was going on. James Lash was involved in a bit of a scuffle there with his Heartland teammate Horrocks. They were handbags at dawn there a little bit. Pat Saukuru come in and broke them up while the play was going on. Went to Lash down that left-hand side, and then Horrocks late on Lash it was, and Lash has been down, a bit of blood in his nostrils.
All right, yeah.
I don't know what
the referee's just saying
last weekend.
Yeah, perhaps someone didn't buy someone a milkshake after the game. Referee talking to the touchy, but play continues on. It will be to Taha. Down towards the back again it goes, and again it's Campbell Hart gets the ball there. Out into the backs, Craig Clare and straight into the tackle there of Leper. Horrocks waiting for it to come back just inside the 22-metre mark. Gives it straight back to Craig Clare, and he puts a big boot. And waiting right back here is James Lash. And it goes into touch, a good kick. Breeze behind him, and it's about 3-4 metres inside Buller's half. Good clearance there from Wanganui. They lead by 7 points to 0. And we have had about 18 minutes gone on the clock here at Victoria Square. Game today being brought to you by Jenny and Holmes, of course. And they are the Nelson, Marlborough and West Coast Region's House of the Year 2019 category winner. So, top building firm. Anthony Ellis, straight to Lawaki. Drops down to Stevens. He decides to go for a little bit of a run. But gets taken. Oh, penalty, says the referee. Very high tackle. And
it's not what Andrew Stevens needs, sorry, Town.
No.
He's only recovered from a high knock he took in one of the...
Sam Madams went to take him, stepped inside him, just threw a hand out. Nothing malicious.
No, nothing at all.
And James Lash, he'll kick down this broadcast side. And is he going to find touch? Yes, he is. Didn't have a lot of room to move in, but he's taken it back to about 23 metres outside the Wanganui line. Bullet, perhaps just an opportunity now just to put a little bit of pressure onto Wanganui.
Yeah, I think they just need to start putting a bit of pressure on the Wanganui line out. They seem to be giving it to them at the moment. Wanganui are very assured at the moment.
Short line out, but Lawaki gets it straight down to Stevens lower. And again, very quickly off the back there was Horrocks. Very quickly off the back, but Bullet taken into contact now. Just holding on to it there. Oh, tackle's been caught. Have they let it go? Oh, they quickly did, but Stevens has to pick it up as the ball come off a foot there.
He's done very well.
He recovered it, hadn't he? Picking it up now and driving forward there at the cock. On the ground we have now, and Leff is going forward another 2 or 3 paces. And again, Bullet stepping over it. Stevens this time got it, gets it out there to Haitung, out in the middle. I'm waiting for him, no. Stevens gets it, still working to the left. Jack Best, hairy legs. Down on the ground it goes.
Another turnover, I think, Townie, is it?
Oh, Buller have got it. Coming back. Oh, who's at halfback? And High Tongue has to go on and play at halfback. Wanganui through very quickly. Stevens now back and behind the ruck. Bryant standing over with Anthony Ellis. Up there again to Gabba Cock. Gabba Cock running straight into Salu. Prop forward. This time Lash gets it. Goes for a little bit of a run. He's through one way. Lash. Oh, he just threw it behind Stevens. It's in the open there. Oh, and gets back up and knocks it away. Good work, James Lash. Picked up there by Mason Bryant. They're about 10 metres out. Straight out there in the centres there to Leper. Leper getting towards the post there. 7 or 8 metres out. They're going to have to play it sharp. Come back there again to Lash. Lash, a long pass out there. And the Slovakia is it out there in the centres. Gives it up there to Samuels. He gets taken down. A good tackle there from Craig Clare. 6 metres in from the grandstand touch now. Right across on the far side. Stevens. The pass up to Lash. Lash, a long pass out there to the centres to Leper. Leper's got it. Down on the ground. Wanganui defending. Lash again in the 5-8. Gives it up there to Anthony Ellis. Gives it up to Ravudra. He's through. He's got one to beat. Again, the fullback makes a tackle. Great work there from Wiperi. 3-4 metres out. Buller driving, playing at halfback there. Anthony Ellis waiting for it to come back. De Kock goes in, waiting for the ball, and the referee's going to penalise Wanganui right underneath the sticks. Well, couple of try-saving tackles there from Shea Wiperi because Ravudra that time and just before was Kalikabeki was through and he just managed to get himself tangled up in their legs. Buller now got the opportunity right under the goalpost. What will they do here? Will they take the scrum? Well, Lash could throw it over left-handed from here.
Well, Ravudra, I thought he was in for all money. He stepped in, like you say, Wiperi, an outstanding tackle to save the day under the posts. It was him that got up and tried to play the ball. The referee signalled that his hands went onto the ground before taking the ball, and that's what the penalty was for. But Gabba Cock just shown a little bit of impetus here. Jeff Leper, and then, of course, Ravudra.
Well, Buller have elected to take the scrum. An easy 3 points. I've turned that down. They're down by 7 points to 0. We have had, what do we say?
23 minutes.
23 minutes gone on the clock as Andrew Stevens. He's got players to his right. He's got players to the left. And he's got the forward pack in front of him to do the jobs. They've got to do the hard work.
Yeah, Mitieli Kalikabeki out this side, doing High Tongue.
Put in. Scrum's holding. Bit of a shove now from Wanganui. Oh, tight head. Wanganui have got the tight head there, taking it off Buller. Bryn Hudson brings it away.
Numbers
now Wanganui. Oh, Craig Clare decides to kick it. He had big numbers outside him, and he's put it into touch. They've cleared their line. And obviously the big shove there from Wanganui, a tight head.
Well, I thought Clare would have been better off putting that through the hands. He had Rogers, Holden and Wiperi outside him, and there was no one there.
Alex Paterson way back deep, yes. And it will be Anthony Ellis, 5 metres inside Buller's half. From attack to back inside your own half. And it goes. And again, Leper up high for it. Tap down on the Buller side. Picked up there off the back there by De Kock. Going across field and goes through his marker, Jamie Hughes. Right on the halfway mark there. Away to the left goes Stevens. Gives it up to Leper. Leper takes it 5-6 metres inside Wanganui's territory there. Stevens reaching in for the ball there. Trying to step over it and get it back for Wanganui. And he's got to be offside, that man. And was it the Campbell Hart? I think it might have been.
No, Sam Adams.
Sam Adams, was it?
Yeah, and Andrew Stevens again showing his experience. He was caught on the wrong side and he made it look like the ball was buried under his jersey there and the referee had no choice.
Right, Buller with the penalty. 2 metres inside Wanganui's territory and Lash kicks it down towards the broadcast touch and into that breeze and puts it out just outside the 22-metre mark. Wanganui territory. Buller having a little period on attack here. Haven't been able to put points on the board. It's imperative they get points. They'll be absolutely smarting after that tight head shove right down under the goalpost.
Yeah, they're rare these days, Townie. Here we go. They're walking in slowly.
Anthony Ellis with the throw. Jack Best at 1. High Tongue at 2. Leper at 3. Oh, and again it gets knocked down. Wanganui competing. They've got it again. Goes right out along the Wanganui backline. Right out 2 passes to the centre. Nabanavalu gets it up to the fullback with Perry. On the far side there to Tikoisolomone into the Buller half. Oh, gets it back inside to Nabanavalu. He's going to take on Paterson. Puts him down on the ground, the youngster. Trying to knock it back there was Stevens, and he did it too. James Lash has now got it and going to bring it away. And as they've got the players coming at him, he tries to skid along the ground. However, taken right back here by the winger, Tyler Rogers Holden, inside the Buller 22-metre mark. Lash has got hold of him, puts him down on the ground, lets his team get organised. Out into the backs now. In fact, it's taken there by Campbell Hart. He's dropped straight. He only was going across field, just inside the 22-metre mark. Horrocks gets it, hands it back up there to the second 5'8", Troy Brown. Brown right out in midfield there. Buller waiting for it to come back on the Wanganui side, is it? Being held up in there, being held up. Trying to knock it back, Wanganui. Does come back. Gets picked up there by Hart again, comes out of it and with it in the hand. Loses it. Oh, Buller trying to pick it up. Yes, Leper picks it up there. Mason Bryant gets it. Gets it up there to Alex Paterson, running it out from his own goal line. Puts his boot to it. Gee, a lot of play going on. If that stays in, it's going to be interesting. It has, but bounced back. Taken there. Oh, Dan Hightongue went up beautifully. However, Rogers Holden's got him in a tackle to get his team back. And good work there from Rogers Holden. Buller need to get it back here. Stevens goes and he can see it. Picking it up there by Bryant. Gets it out there to Lash. Lash, he tried to get away there from the flanker Hughes. Geez, everywhere this Hughes. Centre 3/4, Samuels picks it up now. Buller in all sorts of trouble again on their own 22-metre mark. The referee was playing advantage. He said, no, it was knocked on there. Gee, that Wanganui side, they're up quick.
Yeah, up on Lash in a flash they were, and it was actually the tackler that went in to tackle Lash.
Wasn't late, they got there as early as they could.
Yeah, they could, yeah.
Right, Stevens with the ball, midway 22 and halfway. They are about 18 metres in from our broadcast touch. Buller will want a big solid scrum this time. They'll be remembering that last scrum. No, the referee's not happy.
Well, you'd have to say lineouts have been all Wanganui, and until that last scrum under the posts, the scrums were pretty even, and I don't even think Bryant could get a hook on it. I think the pressure in there was so much, and then Wanganui just pushed Buller off it, and like you say, 5 metres out, that was...
I don't think the Buller scrum was set. I think they thought they were just going to get it, and it didn't quite happen that way. Stevens with the ball. Referee, Mr. Webster from North Otago, calls him in. Put in. Hooked. Stevens bringing up Paterson. But no, it goes out to the left there. It's the Lash cross here to Kalikabeki. Kalikabeki gets up there to Saukuru, gives it back to Kalikabeki. And that looked fairly high too. That's the second high one that we've had over on that side.
Yeah, winger took a Samola on Kalikabeki. He's back up, Kalikabeki. It was he's only a short man, so being high on him is not exactly high on anyone else. He's about a foot taller than James Lash still, but still short.
All right, and of course this game this afternoon being brought to you by Jenny and Holmes, where you can combine your personality with their expertise and they will build you a great home. Right, Buller have elected to take the scrum.
What does this tell you, Townie? This tells you they're not confident in their line-out. They've got the opportunity, James Lash, to push another 20 metres down that touchline. They've taken a scrum 7 or 8 metres inside their own territory.
Yeah, about 6 metres in from that grandstand touch. Will be Stevens with the ball.
Either that or they see themselves as a chance. That's the other one.
Quite happy to run it at Wanganui. Mind you, the Wanganui defence has been very solid out in the back line.
It has, Tiani, led by stalwart Pene.
He certainly got it all. Put in Buller this time, got the wee shove on. In fact, they're still walking them backwards. Hightongue holding on to it. Stevens straight up there to Saukuru and playing at 5'8" as it is. Down on the ground it goes. Just inside the Buller half. Out to Hightongue. Hightongue runs into the Wanganui half now by a couple of metres. Stevens waiting for it. Straight to the right here, to Lash, out to Luaki, playing a second 5'8". 2 or 3 paces with the big legs into Wanganui territory. Stevens reaching in, gives it up there to Lash at first 5'8", hands it back there to Anthony Ellis. Gee, they're around the ankles. Who is it? Jamie Hughes, of course. Just waiting for it to come back there. Kalikabeki in at halfback. Got Lash outside him at first 5. Gives it out to Lash. Up there to Leper. Oh, gee, that was almost a hospital pass, and it was. And Vainabalu around the ankles of Samuels. Up on the Buller 10-metre mark now. They're going backwards, Buller. Zach Walsh standing over the ball. Now he leaves it to Hightongue. Back to Stevens. Stevens gives it to Lash. Lash there gives it up to Mason Bryant. Takes it just above his head and he has to carry it on. Bryn Hudson takes him 12 metres inside Buller's territory. They still have it under control there. Lash, just gives it to anybody. Kalikabeki gives it up there to Alex Paterson. Puts a little kick through. Going to bounce in front of the Wanganui fullback there. With Perry, puts a little boot in, taken there by Lash. Timed it nicely, put him down on the ground beautifully, just outside the 22-metre mark. And the ball gets almost knocked away, does it? No, Buller have it back under control. Coming back slowly there. Walsh playing at halfback, gives it up there to Luaki. Going open, gives it up there now on the burst there to Gabbard Cock. Over the top go the Buller players as it comes back to Stevens, still working it to the left there. Out there to Haitung, a long pass there to Ravudra. Ravudra, nowhere to go. Got to come back towards the forwards because he's got Wanganui players all over him. The 10 metre mark. Oh, stolen away there by Wanganui. It's the lock forward, Hey Horton. He goes to ground there. Comes back there to Horrocks. Horrocks gets it on. That's got to be forward. That's got to be forward. It went to Jamie Hughes. He just fired it on quickly. But, gee, Buller had control of the ball, but they lost it again. Just turning that ball over. They can't quite deal with the quickness of the Wanganui side.
Yes, the line speed and defence from Wanganui has Buller under all sorts of pressure, and read like a book that one. Naibanavalu up on Tukahu Samuels. He took the ball and Naibanavalu at the same time, and then a nice little kick through by Waperi, and like you say, he timed it beautifully. Lash went into the air,
hit the ground and got the man at the same time.
He got smashed.
Buller, 15 in from the grandstand touch. Right on the far side.
Stevens again, and you forget there's been a lot of rugby, Town. It's still only 7-0 to Wanganui.
It is. We've had about 32 minutes, I make it, Smithy. Official time from you? 32. 7 points to 0, Wanganui. With the breeze at the moment, leading Francis Mining Buller. And, of course, the game, as I say, brought to you by Jenny and Homes this afternoon. We are building communities, not just great homes. Put in, off the back again goes Haitung. Runs hard, 7 or 8 metres away. He's up to the 10 metre mark. He's got no support, though, over him. Now waiting as Stevens gets it. Gives it out there to Lepra. Stops, props, goes back one way, but runs into Campbell Hart. 10 metre mark, Buller territory. Down on the... Oh, Campbell Hart's ripped it off him again. Horrocks away to the right there. They've got a big spread of players. A little kick goes through. No one back here. Anybody coming back here for Buller? Racing through and going to pick it up and going so easy. And that is Naibanavalu.
No, it's the winger again. Second one for him. Tikoisolomone.
Well, the ball got kicked through. We'll just have a look on that wet and forget replay. The Buller took it into contact on their own 10 metre mark, and Campbell Hart ripped it free. They went to the right. The little kick got put through down towards the goal line, and as you say, the Buller players would just seem to be jogging back, thought everyone else was going to cover it, and Tikoisolomone has gone in and scored the try in almost the identical spot to his first one.
Yes, Townie, once that kick went through, it looked ominous. Tikoisolomone very quick. Poor old Saukuru just couldn't quite keep with him. And again, Buller are making a lot of the play, Townie. The turnover, it happened a couple of weeks ago against East Coast just before half-time. Probably this moment just before half-time, where they just gave up a try where they looked in control of the ball. Campbell Hart's had a big game, along with his open side
Jamie Hughes. Yes, and Buller, if they'd gone into the break at 7-0, they'd have been really happy. They would have classed that as a win in the first half, but giving away that a softish try.
I'd have to say it's a soft one, Townie.
A little bit disappointing.
I mean, it has been against the run of play. Buller have had a lot of possession, maybe not the territory as you'd expect into this wind, but now we've got Craig Clare with a chance to nudge Buller 2 points behind and Wanganui out to a 14-point lead.
There goes Craig Clare, and that goes across the front of the post and straight over. So what a beautiful kick. 2 great kicks from Craig Clare out on the sideline there. And it is now Wanganui 14, leading Buller 0.
Yeah, Craig Clare, he's nudged 2 beautifully. He's got the wind over his shoulder, but it's never easy from out that wide.
I can tell you down the coast, West Coast against Mid Canterbury. West Coast 7, Mid Canterbury 19. Well, the game that is finished, Thames Valley 43, they defeated East Coast 15. Poverty Bay lead North Otago 17-7. South Canterbury is 7-0 over Horowhenua Kapiti. And Wairarapa Bush 25 lead King Country 14. But gee, Mid Canterbury 19-7 at the moment over coast. And we're coming up towards half time. Here goes the kick off from Lash. Taken there by Sam Adams. Gets it up there to the prop forward Salu. Salu over the 10 metre mark, Wanganui territory. Horrocks way into the back line there. It was taken down there by Madams again. Keep it on the open. Craig Clare gets it and puts a high boot, long boot. Lash waiting back there at fullback. It's going to bounce too far. He's going to let that one go, James Lash. And that's nearly gone through into Peel Street. So they're going to have to come all the way back into Wanganui territory. Craig Clare put it high there into the air.
2 weeks ago, they would have had snow on it, Townie. It was that cold here, and that went very high into the air. And James Lash thought about taking it for a moment, and then when the ball hit the deck, it just rolled and rolled and rolled. And like you say, Buller now, they're going to have the midfield scrum
8 metres inside.
Yeah, and 3 minutes left on the clock. They really desperately, I think, Townie, need to make something here. They need some points just for a bit of up and go going into the sheds at half time.
Yes, as I say, 14-0 down they are at the moment.
They've had their opportunities, turned down a couple of kickable penalties, and then that scrum under the... We've gone on about it a number of times, a scrum that went tight headway to Wanganui. But Kalikabeki and Alex Paterson out to the right, and the rest of the backs with James Lash out to the left.
Yes, I couldn't understand Lash turning down the chance of a kick at goal.
Here we go,
because extra point. Right, they have... Oh, no. Buller have butchered it again. They got a free kick, and it come to the right, and Kalikabeki got it and dropped it ice cold. 5 metres inside Wanganui's territory. They've got a chance now to attack the Buller line with half-time almost upon us. Oh. Well, perhaps he wasn't quite ready for it, I don't know. But got taken quickly, and again, a mistake. And it's Lindsay Horrocks, the Wanganui halfback, with the ball.
Well, you did right. That was dropped ice cold, Townie. Dan Hightongue saw the opportunity for a quick tap out to the right. And poor old Mitty Kalikabeki just couldn't hold on to it. And, of course, those ones you just want the ground to swallow up.
Yes, having a chance to attack, but now Wanganui with it. Attacking chance, just inside their own half by 5 metres. They're all lined out way out to the right. You've only got Tyler Rogers-Holden here on the left. Oh, and a tight head to Buller this time. Well. Tight head to Buller. And picked up there by Hightongue. Fires a one-handed pass. And again, Buller, what are they doing out there? That one was just fired anywhere willy-nilly. And poor old Tox Samuels, it was his. Well, he got it. But Wanganui all offside and a player injured down on the ground. Well,
Craig Clare, I think, Townie.
Craig Clare, is it? They were all offside, said the referee, but gee, a tight head to Buller, one each.
Yeah, one each. The unfortunate thing is there, Townie, it was midfield and it was a bit of a rough one.
A rough one?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Dan Hightongue getting it going backwards. They did get the tight head, but didn't just have the strength in the scrum there. We've got Craig Clare, he's holding that right shoulder.
And just a bit of an update on the Jenny and Holmes match here this afternoon. Just going through some of the other scores in the first half. Mid-Canterbury 19, they lead West Coast 14. So Coast converted try, 19-14 there, half-time coming up. Wairarapa Bush leading King Country 25-14. South Canterbury have a 12-0 lead over Horowhenua Keperi. And Poverty Bay are leading North Otago by 17 points to 7. In the game that has already finished, Thames Valley 43, they defeated East Coast 15. Well, Craig Clare, he's back up on his feet, Smithy, and just giving the arm a bit of a workout. And James Lash looks like he will put his boot behind it towards that grandstand touch. Tries to get a little bit of distance. It's not going to go out. Oh, no, it hasn't. He's landed inside the 22. Wanganui going to run it. Navanavalu gets it across there to Wiperi. Wiperi slips one, slips two. There's no one out there. Oh, almost an intercept there by... it's fullback Kalikabeki for Buller, but Wanganui got under control. They'll boot it right downfield. They will. Horrocks kicks it, but he's got James Lash waiting back here. And there it's going to bounce here to... Oh, Hightongue was it? Yes, he does. He takes it, runs up towards the 10-metre mark, comes back infield, but runs straight into the number 8, Hudson. Tries to hold him up on the end, but he does go to ground. Stevens, 10-metre mark. Wanganui, a couple of players here. Oh, he goes to short side, gets it to Lash. Lash fires it across here to...
Good carry, Patsakuru.
Patsakuru on the far side, the left winger for Buller. Lawaki over it. Comes back now to Stevens, up to Lash. Lash up there to Leper. Leper runs again straight into his opposite number, Madams. Halfway mark, again Stevens. Lash gets it up there to Bryant. Bryant behind him to Samuel. Samuel's a high pass to Ravudra. Gets it up there to the Cock. The Cock across here to Alex Paterson. Runs into the 10-metre mark, Wanganui territory. Stevens waiting for it. Ravudra leaves it to Stevens. Up there to Lash. Lash there to Bryant. Bryant takes it and runs again into Madams and Hay Horton. Right on the 10-metre mark. Again, not being able to get through the solid Wanganui defence. Ravudra down on the ground. Tackled there by Ropers Holden. Lash gets it. Slips it up there to Hightongue. Hightongue are all over him, Wanganui. Managed to hand it back there to Stevens. And a hand gets in the way there from Wanganui. And yes, the referee does finally see it and penalise him. The guy was attached there, put his hand in. And Buller now with chance to get deeper inside Wanganui's territory. Time basically up on the clock. 14 points to 0. Wanganui lead. 2 conversions to the winger Tikoisolomone and 2 tries rather, and 2 very good conversions to Craig Clare. Buller inside the 22-metre mark. about 14, 15 metres out from the Wanganui line.
Yeah.
Will be Anthony Ellis. So calling for a full line-out buller. Jack Best in the front of the line-out. He's done some tiring work in there in the tie today. High tongue at 2, Leper at 3. Into high tongue, yes, taken down. Bryant cleans up nicely there too. Wanganui attacking all these line-outs. They still fancy it, but Buller on the drive. They go infield. 15-metre mark. Picked up there by Luaki. Luaki runs straight into the tackle there of Jamie Hughes. Who else? Hart, and they're trying to rip it away from Buller. Picked up again by the Cock. Mike's 3 or 4 metres, always dangerous with the ball in hand. Anthony Ellis waiting for it to come back. No, he leaves it there to Bryant again. Bryant takes it on. Got high tongue with him. Stevens waiting for it. Bull, around the side goes to Cock. Round the right-hand side. Bryant knocks the man out the way.
Buller advantage here, Townie.
Oh, a little kick into the air. Oh, Alex Paterson nearly takes it and dives. Gee, he's got a little bit of cricketing skills, but Buller playing under advantage. And a penalty to Buller. And what are they going to do? They've taken the quick one. High tongue takes it, runs straight ahead, runs straight into some very solid defence. Stevens gets on the short side there to Luaki. The big fella gets the legs pumping. They're about 5 metres out now from the Wanganui line. Stevens up there to Leper. Leper having a look for the line. They can smell the chalk. The forward, Stevens gets it. Again to Lash. Lash on the far side to Alex Paterson. And the little fella has scored. The winger, Alex Paterson, has scored on the right-hand side there for Buller. Some great build-up work before Paterson finally got this ball on the short side. And looking at the wet and forget replay here, Andrew Stevens was just organising the Buller forwards there. He came back to the right-hand side. The pass went straight through to Paterson in the right-hand corner, and he will have scored about half a metre in from the corner flag. And Buller opening their account in the end of the first half here, Smithy. And after not having had a lot of attacking opportunities, they finished that first 40 minutes off in style.
Well, they did, and I'd like to give a big pat on the back here to Luaki. He's been outstanding. He took the ball forward, gave it a cock. The forwards did a lot of work there, Townie, a lot of work to get the opportunity. And James Lash, a beautiful face ball across one of the forwards, and Alex Paterson took it. You mentioned his cricketing skills. Well, he dived into the corner like he was taking one on the boundary, and he's put the ball down just inside this right-hand up touchline.
Lash starts to move in. There goes the kick. We've got a good look at this one. No, it's going to drift across, is it? Yes, it has. It's just drifted across to the left. The referee, Mr. Webster, blows the whistle for half-time. Craig Clare is it with the ball, kicking it towards our broadcast side, and taken nicely there by Wanganui. They're up very quickly. Buller back too slow. Horrocks gets it straight across to the try score on this wing, but put down on the ground. 12 metres inside Buller's half. Picked up there by Hart. Is playing at half-back out into the middle. Wanganui straight onto attack, and comes up there to the big prop forward Salu. He gets dropped down right out in midfield there. Coming back slowly to Horrocks. Comes away to the right. The number 8 there, Bryn Hudson's got it. Put down on the ground there by Anthony Ellis. Horrocks waiting for it to come back slowly. 15 metres inside Buller's territory. Across there to Hay Horton. The lock forward. Oh, he gets brought down to the ground there. Nice tackle by Haitung. They're still working it across the field there. Wanganui trying to play it. Kicked away from him, but back there at the fullback with Perry. Picks it up. Still 15 metres inside Buller's territory. 5 in from the grandstand touch now. Horrocks comes to the right there. Forwards trying to work it again. Again gets set up to Campbell Hart. He's the playmaker. Horrocks still with it. Again across the backs. Hudson Hall's got it there. Runs into Luaki. Luaki and also Anthony Ellis.
Yeah, but a Cock's taking it, Townie.
Buller's got it. Stevens this time gets it on the short side. And yes, Lash this time puts a kick over the head of the winger here, Tikoisolomone, and puts it into touch. Saukuru right up on top of him, as is in Ravudra. So there'll be no quick throw. And playing now about 26 metres out from the Wanganui line.
Yeah, Wanganui taking the ball forward. The ball knocked loose. Cock went down on it, and James Lash, quick as a flash, kicks the ball down. It's right in front of us now, Townie. Wanganui ball.
Get a good look at this as Tutaha goes to throw it. Down. Oh, that was a boomerang throw, and Referee will say, no, that wasn't straight. That was, mate, that would have done them proud in the North Queensland Outback.
Oh, of course, yeah. The wind again, like you say, Townie, it doesn't look much out there, but the ball's been travelling a lot further than we would have thought. So maybe it's strengthened since we came up into the.
Possible though, in the first half there were no bad throws to the line out, just bad jumping.
Yeah, that's right. And,
yeah. There were no bad throws. Anyway, Buller got the ball 15 metres in from our broadcast touch, and they are midway 22 and halfway, but it will be a Buller put into the scrum. Andrew Stevens.
And like you say, Townie, that's probably Wanganui's first mishap at line-out time.
Yes, they've certainly dominated the line-out in that first 40 minutes.
We saw a tight-headed piece in the first half. Andrew Stevens about to feed the first scrum of the second half.
What will Buller do? They've got Saukuru standing behind the scrum now.
And just like the first half, the referee's whistle's blown and they've had to come back up again. Mason Bryant and Anthony Ellis and Jack Best in the front row for the Buller side.
Yes, Gabriel Hakaria, Raymond Salu, the two props, and Roman Tuataha, the hooker for Wanganui. Game, of course, being brought to you this afternoon by Jenny and Holmes. Thinking of building? Call Jenny and Holmes and discuss your ideas with them today. Mr. Webster from North Otago. Now he's happy. He's got them down. Stevens put it in. Hooked by Bryant. Held in the back there by Hightongue. Gives it to Stevens. Out there to Saukuru playing at first 5-8. Oh, he runs hard and he goes through the first couple of tackles and loses it. Picked up by Stevens, but they'll have to come back. Buller, what are you doing? We've hardly started the second half and already you're handing the ball back to Wanganui.
Yeah, I do like it though, Townie, apart from the mistake, of course.
Oh, he'd broken the line, hadn't he?
He's been running hard with ball in hand, Pat Saukuru, and again he's got over the advantage line. I think he heard Cabot Cock on his inside, but it wasn't on, and the ball's gone to ground. And Wanganui get the chance now.
Lindsay Horrocks, here's the halfback.
Yeah, pressure on Wanganui though. They're midfield. They're only 23.
Is Craig Clare gone off? I think I see a number 22 out there on the paddock for Wanganui.
Dan Whale, I'd suggest.
Josiah Boliga. Has Horrocks. Puts it in. Hooked. Buller got a wee bit of a shove on. Horrocks waiting for it to come back. Number 8, Brent Hall picks it up. Goes for a run. Gives it up there to Horrocks. A long pass right across here to Solid Kamani. Oh, he goes through the tackle of Saukuru, but Ravudra's got him and drags him to the sideline. Good work there, Iliesa Ravudra.
And Luakai again.
Gee, a lot of pace, hadn't he? Vereniki, Tikoisolomone right down this right-hand wing.
Well, he's done nothing wrong, Townie. 2 tries and again just stood up as marker there.
1 metre inside Wanganui territory. Anthony Ellis into the front of the line now. Taken beautifully by Gavin Cock. Gives it up there to Ellis. Oh, he says he loses it forward. Ellis will dispute that. How did Buller lose that for? That was taken in by the Cock.
Well, the touch judge has given the referee a call there. The referee was right there. I don't know why you need to go to AR. It was taken down, actually, I think, by Hightongue, Townie, right at the front.
Yeah, and Ellis is still looking around, bemused. But he's a prop.
Yeah, the ball went back to Anthony Ellis, who was about 3 people behind Hightongue. And,
Dane Whale on for Craig Clare.
Yeah, Dane Whale. He's a good player in his own right too, Dane Whale. He's played for the Wanganui team for a number of years, involved in a number of their championships, and of course they've had a few over the years, Townie.
They certainly have. Anyway, Horrocks have put it in. 5 metres in from our broadcast touch and 1 metre inside Wanganui territory. Put it in. And again, they hold the scrum as Horrocks gets it across here to Whale. Whale passes it out there to Brown. Brown, up short pass here to Pine Navinavalu. Still inside Wanganui territory. Right across to the fullback with Wiperi. Wiperi across here to Roper's Holden. Taken down. Oh, they just lost it forward there, Wanganui too. They were 5 metres inside Buller's territory. Paterson picks it up, gives it up there to Lash. Lash coming across field. Has a look to see where players are, and there's no one back down that right-hand side for Wanganui and in front of Tyler Holden, Roper's Holden rather. And Lash has kicked it out about 18 metres out. He was coming across towards our broadcasting touch side. He had a look, his vision, you could see his head swivelling, and he just stopped and propped and went back to the right-hand side off that left boot, and Wanganui back inside their own 22.
They are, and it was promising from Wanganui down that left-hand side. Alex Paterson gave James Lash the ball, and like you say, he's put it on a platter.
Into the line out, and again Campbell hard up high. And away comes Horrocks with the ball this time. He gets put on the ground there by de Kock. Losing it forward. Has his Buller picked it up? Yeah, Jeff Lepper's got it. Good work. Reaching in there, Stevens. Can he get it? Yes, gets it across there to Lash. Lash decides to have a wee looking in, gives it out beautifully to Ravudra. Ravudra tries to get through the tackle there off Hughes, puts him down just outside the 22-metre mark. Picked up there by Anthony Ellis, runs straight over the top there of Campbell Bryn Hudson. Lash has got it, tries to get across here to Kalikabeki, just inside the 22-metre mark.
He's done well to stay in too.
He has. Stevens has now got on top of him the winger Tikoisolomone, and Wanganui, oh no, they've been told to release it. Waiting for it to come back. Samuel's in there playing at halfback, but he leaves it to Lawaki. Lawaki gives it across there to Lash. Lash straight up there to High Tongue. High Tongue up to Jack Best. But they know the danger that Best presents, and he has to go down with it.
Took Samuel's playing halfback.
Samuel's at halfback. Gives it out to Leper. Leper to Lash. Lash. To Ravudra. Ravudra gives it straight up there to the Cock. The Cock heading towards the try line. And he flicks it out of his hand. But coming infield. Why did you come infield? Alex Paterson, he had the Cock there. He thought he was still outside him. The ball goes into touch about 6 metres out from the Wanganui line. That showed promise there. And gave it a Cock, put on the pace down that right-hand side. And I think he thought Alex Paterson was still outside him. Alex Paterson was coming in on the cut. But the pass just rolls into touch, but it will be a Wanganui throw 6 metres from their own line.
Well, promising there from Buller. Very promising.
Tuataha.
Short line out, Wanganui.
And up high, this time it's Sam Madams. Straight up there to Hughes, Jamie Hughes on the burst. Midway 22 and goal line there. This time the fullback with Perry. Oh, geez, hard to pull down. Goes towards the 22. Pulled down there by Zach Walsh. Horrocks gives it up there to Hay Horton. Hay Horton now only going across field at the moment, Wanganui. Still have the ball under control. Horrocks moves it back out to the left-hand side. The number 8, Bryn Hudson, tries to give it up there to Whale. Still got it under control. And Whale this time back out and gives it to the fullback by Perry. But Perry tries to get across there to Ropers Holden. And what has he done? He's gone into touch. Good work over there.
Yeah, well, Alex Paterson making up a little bit from before. He's made a great tackle in unison with Jack Best. Jack Best, he's got the biggest chest on him I think I've ever seen, Jack Best. Shaved legs, like you say, but he's not scared to mix it up front.
It will be Anthony Ellis throwing in for Buller. Knocked down there by Lawaki. Got to go back, Ellis, and pick it up, but it gets knocked away by Horrocks. And yes, the referee will play the knock on. Just trying to get it back into the hands of Stevens. And Buller, midway 22 and a half way. 7 or 8 metres in from the grandstand touch.
Yeah, Wanganui have been putting pressure on every Buller line out. Buller seem to want to go off the top every time. I know it's your best ball, but sometimes perhaps you've just got to take it down and drive and just keep those forwards.
Try something different.
Yeah, try something different when things aren't working.
Buller, they need a solid scrum again. They need to get points early in the second half. They're down by 14 points to 5, the half-time score. And just waiting there for Stevens to put it in. Time gone on the second half. About 10 minutes gone. Into the scrum, holding it. Stevens has got it. Gives it out there to Lash. Lash up there to Ravudra on the cut. Comes back in towards the forwards. And he's going across field though. He needs some support. Yes, he's got the Cock there with him. And Wanganui over the top. They give that away. That was just too... Stevens taking a quick run. Gives it up there to left, up towards the 22-metre mark. Right round the ankles there. Well, it's the lock forward, Madams. Buller still running it. What happened there? Pass come off a player. Jack Best playing soccer with it. Good work, Bestie. Holds it out there. Holds it up. Gives it up back to Stevens. Lash tries to go through. Can't get through there. Taken down in the tackle of Whale. Buller screaming for the ball there. Reaching in is Stevens. Waiting for it to come back. He's got his hands on it. Trying to keep Wanganui back. Best got it. Gives it up there to Anthony Ellis. Quick hands there from the front rowers. Buller still with it. They're inside the 22. Midway 22 and goal line. Who have we got to the left? Got Lash right straight out to Lawaki though. Lawaki, the little soft.
Beautiful ball.
Hands. Beautiful hands. And Buller will score in the corner, will they? Yes, they will. It's a try to Saukuru. Well, excellent hands there for Buller. 10 minutes into the second half there. And let's go back and have a look on the wet and forget replay. They decide to come to the short side. Stevens there up to Lash. Lash was talking. He missed out. Missed Lawaki, gave it straight to Kalikabeki, who only held it momentarily and flicked it straight onto Saukuru. And Saukuru has dotted down right in the corner. And that will bring it back to Wanganui 14 and... Francis Mining, Buller 10. Great start to the second half.
It was a Pat Saukuru had a lot to do there, Town. He did very well. great hands by Kelly Konvecki, like you say. Pat Saukuru about 6 or 7 metres to go. He had 2 or 3 guys coming across, stepped inside, brushed off one, and then planted the ball about 3 centimetres in from the corner flag. And James Lash now to try and bring it back to a 2-point ball game. I've been very impressed again by Luakai in the second half, Townie. He's getting through a lot of work.
Certainly, and just a round of applause there for Zach Walsh going off. I know Walsh has gone off, and perhaps Willis Scott will come on. There, Luaki may go into lock. But, gee, the Buller players just a little round of hand slapping there because they realise they had Wanganui at all sorts of 6s and 7s there. Lash, come here and get a good look at this. He has judged that beautifully from the sideline. James Lash, what a great kick there. And that brings it back to Wanganui 14, Buller 12.
Yeah, Willis Scott's first start for Buller this year, Townie. He had a bad tear of his hamstring. Sorry, probably in his first start for Buller.
First Heartland stay, yeah. And there goes well, kicking it off, kicking it back here, and calling it for there is Leopard. Takes it just outside the 22-metre mark, is it? He's got the hooker Tuatara all over him there. Buller needing to keep control of this as Stevens goes and gets it up there to the Cock. The Cock gives it up to High Tongue, but he loses it. Buller again, just when they got a little bit of momentum going, and Stevens talking to the referee there. He's not happy about, I think those Wanganui players are up very, very, very quick. Wanganui now with the scrum straight back onto attack, right out in midfield. And they have got the opportunity of going left and right. No Benevalu's come out to the right, and he's got the wing of them. 2-try man, Tikoisolomone out here.
Jeff Lepper needing a bit of attention, Townie. Yeah, they're coach killers, those, Townie. You just score a great try.
And you don't expect that from High Tongue at all. So Stevens, he wasn't happy. He said obviously they've got players right in their face before they even get the ball.
Well, you play to the referee, don't you, Townie? And they've been getting away with it all game. They've been up very quick. The referee deems that they're back behind the last feet when the ball comes out. You can't do much more than that. Buller have just got to hold on to the ball a little bit better. Right,
well, of course, Jenny and Holmes bringing you this game this afternoon here on Coast FM. Jenny and Holmes, they are your true West Coast local builders. I'll just see if we can pick up other scores from around the country. Poverty Bay 24-14 over North Otago. South Canterbury leading Horowhenua Kapiti 22-0. 25-14 to Wairarapa Bush over King Country. And Mid Canterbury 31 lead West Coast 14.
That's a turn up.
That's a wee bit of a turn up, yes.
Really thought our cousins down the coast would have done a little bit better today. They've had a great start to the season. Until Thames Valley had their win today, they were top of the table.
Right, well, hey, the scrum ready to go down there in midfield, right out in midfield it is. Midway 22 and a half way, and it will be Horrocks to feed the ball. He's got Dan Whale right behind the scrum, and also the fullback, Wee Perry. Yeah, along with Novan Valu out here to the right. So this would be the danger area.
Yeah, it's an unusual setup, Townie. They can go either way here.
Oh, big shove from Buller. Big shove from Buller. And through very, very quickly was Willis Scott and also Andrew Stevens. And they're all over Wanganui. They're holding the player up. And this, great work, Buller. Gee, that was smart work.
Well, he hasn't even touched the ball, Willis Scott, but he's had an impact straight away. That was outstanding. Andrew Stevens went in to make the tackle, and Willis Scott showed all the strength.
He stood there like the strong man at the circus, didn't he? He just held him up and held him up.
Well, he had an outstanding club season, Townie. He was, for me, he was probably the best club player of the year. And he's just come back, remember, from a hamstring injury where he had quite a bad tear, and he was putting all the pressure on that hamstring there, holding up the number 8.
Well, I thought he was a ballet dancer. He appeared to be on one foot. He didn't want to damage the hamstring foot. But anyway, it's a Buller scrum. And if anything, Buller have made half a metre.
Yeah, Zach Walsh is gone, of course,
yes.
So Luakai goes into the second row there with Jeff Lepper. Willis Scott to the back. No, Willis Scott to this blind side, actually.
Yeah, Dan Hightongue still at number 8, and Willis Scott and Gavita Koch on these sides. Andrew Stevens got the ball. He's got Lash to his left, along with Saukuru and also Ravudra. Tox Samuel's in at 5'8" on the other side. Alex Paterson and Kalikabeki. So Buller's chance now to try and attack from deep inside their own half.
Yeah, Whipper, he's very deep down here, the Wanganui fullback. James Lash eyeing up the star corner.
And it goes. Hooked there by Bryant. Hightongue holds it up. On again. Through goes Horrocks and again knocks it down. And the referee's saying, well, play on. And away goes the big prop forward for Wanganui, Salu, and he's going to score. Well, we'll go back to that scrum. Salu has scored the try. The Buller players aren't happy. And the scrum, and as Stevens got it, through very, very quickly was Lindsay Horrocks, who cannot have been back. However, he's appeared to knock the ball down. The referee set play on. It got picked up from Salu, who came out of the scrum, and he just raced about, 30-odd metres to score to the left of the post. And that has taken Wanganui now to a 19-12 lead with the kick to come.
Yeah, Townie for me. And Horrocks appeared to be offside. He slapped the ball down. The ball went backwards. If it had gone forward, it's a yellow card. He's picked the ball up and just popped it up to the loose head prop, and he showed a clean set of heels, I tell you. And he's put it down and
right by the post there. There goes the conversion. And Dan Whale was that converted that. And it goes out to Wanganui at 21 and Buller 12. Well, Buller, of course, they made the mistake. They gave Wanganui the scrum. They won the scrum back. Made a mistake at the back of that and given Wanganui that opportunity.
Yeah, the scrum was under a little bit of pressure. It didn't look any different than a lot of them, but Horrocks, a different game, he probably would have been penalised for what he did there, but he's turned it into a master stroke and it's come up 7 points better off for it.
James Lash, he'll kick towards the grandstand side. Kicks it low and flat. Calling for it there, Horrocks. Inside the 22, puts his right foot to it and puts it into touch. No, he doesn't. Taken by Haitung. And Haitung
He was in touch, Townie.
in touch there, so it'll be a Buller throw. Oh no, he's given it to Wanganui.
Well, I've seen this a number of times. Dan Haitung had 1 foot out, 1 foot in.
Is that the new rules now? You can't stand either side of the line. You've either got to be in or out.
Yeah, I think so, Townie. And Dan Haitung, he's been playing rugby a while and obviously
Should have
didn't
known
realise
that.
Missed that memo.
Down towards the back it goes. Taken beautifully once again by that man, Campbell Hart. Wanganui on a wee bit of a drive. I got the wood on Buller just at the moment. The ball gets passed up there to Perry, come in from the back line, was it? Put down on the ground. Horrocks gets it. A light along there to Navanavulu. He wasn't expecting it. Runs straight into the tackle of Ravudra. Can't hold on to him. Still going Navanavulu. Now he gets put to the ground there by Lawaki. The kick, though, up high into Buller's territory. Oh, just too much there from Wanganui. Again, they're over kicking it. And they've got to come back. It'll be a Buller throwed the line out. 10-metre mark, Buller territory. But Buller just having a wee bit of a look around to see who's doing what at the moment.
Yeah, and another injury break here. We've got both hamstrings being stretched to one by the Wanganui trainer. Alex Paterson can jog back. He was helping out there.
I don't think he's got a first aid certificate, young Alex, is he?
Oh, you never know with this young man. He's very talented.
He's a volunteer fireman now, so perhaps he has got one.
Yeah, volunteer fireman, member of the Tasman senior men's hockey team. Obviously in this Heartland side here. Multi-talented sportsman, Townie.
Buller cricketer?
Yeah, Buller cricketer, of course.
Yeah.
Go back to that Lindsay Horrocks from the base of that ruck, put the ball up thinking that it wouldn't drift out, but he was wrong.
Just too far there for Tikoisolomone. It will be Anthony Ellis. He's having a yarn to the touchy. Still waiting for Wanganui player to hobble back to the line. Troy Brown, was it? Yes, it is. Still limping. Ellis into the front of the line out, taken beautifully by Haitung, and he burst through the line out too before being dragged to the ground there by Titoha. Stevens gets it, puts it up high into the air here. Racing through Saukuru, back there Solomone.
He's taking it from outside his 22, he can't kick it.
He's going to go for a bit of a run. He's gone through 2 or 3 players. He's getting up towards the 10-metre mark. Fires it back behind him, but it's bouncing around now. Down on the ground. Buller very quickly back towards the 22-metre mark, Wanganui territory. Picked up there by Madams. Madams gives it back into his forwards. Midway 22 and halfway mark. Horrocks, left-hand side. Hakaria, down to the green. He's only gone sideways at the moment. Buller trying to pick it out of there, but comes back from Horrocks. Horrocks tries to give it up near to Bryn Hall, is it? Good tackle there by the Cock. Still very slowly coming back. Again, Horrocks goes in and gets it. Tries to give it up there to Jamie Hughes. Bryn Hudson, rather it is. Wanganui working their way towards the halfway mark. Ball on the ground, trying to feed it back there. Coming through as Leaper, disrupting there. But again, Wanganui still with it in hand. They're very, very good at this close infield stuff. Up to on now, over the halfway they go. Ford's doing a great job there before Horrocks gets it. Gives it up there to Whale. Whale runs into the tackle there of the Cock and also Anthony Ellis. Anthony Ellis goes in to pick it up. No, he can't get it though. Wanganui still got the ball. Buller looking for it. Again, the short side. Again, it's the front
big
forward
tackle by Jeff Lepper.
Jeff Lepper just knocks him back there. And a penalty, yeah. Buller just knocking the ball down, was it said the referee. 2 metres inside Buller's territory. And Wanganui, how many phases of play was that, Smithy? Must have been 10, 11 phases.
And they just started to get numbers, Townie, when the big tackle by Jeff Lepper was needed. He put the big hit on, and the referee's called Buller offside from that ruck.
And I think Hakaria is still down.
Yeah, another stretch of a hamstring by the Wanganui front rower.
Yep, time off, says the referee. So, if Buller could get that ball back in hand, they're down by 21 points to 12. They'll be a little bit disappointed about 2 soft tries they've given away.
Well, you just say soft, Townie, they're exactly that, especially the one in this half. You know, a front row forward running 30 metres untouched.
Just around the country in Greymouth, West Coast 26, Mid Canterbury 31, Wairarapa Bush 25, King Country 19, 43-0 to South Canterbury over Horowhenua Kapiti, and Poverty Bay 24 lead North Otago 17. And earlier today, Thames Valley 43, they defeated East Coast 15. Back to the game.
Yeah, Dan Wales just about to take the ball and put it down the grandstand touchline. I've noticed, Townie, he's a different player than the starter Craig Clare. He seems to be keen to take the ball to the line a little bit more than Clare was, and that poses an extra danger for Buller if he can get his ball in hand.
Right, Wanganui bringing on 3 substitutions. We'll try and pick those up for you. So they come on.
Second 5'8", I think. Brown's gone, replaced by number 22, Bogalika.
Bogalika's come on there at 22, as you say. A couple of forwards also coming in. I think Hakagaria has also gone off into the line. Out it goes. Drop down there to Horrocks. Big pass out here to Whale. Whale trial passes it back inside there to the winger Rovers Holden. Buller trying to rip it away, but still got it, Wanganui. Buller got to get their hands on the ball somehow. Wanganui just outside the 22-metre mark, Buller territory. Anthony Ellis trying to come through and get Horrocks. Ball goes out to Whale, goes in front of him. Jack Best just slipping off the tackle here, but brought to ground there by Willis Scott. Buller over the top. Can't get it back though. Now that's driving through. Knock on. Just they're going to try and pick it up. Gee, Mason Bryant racing to trying to get his hands on the ball. They need some ball, Buller. And the scrum right out in midfield.
Well, they're defending a lot, Townie. They've probably made as many tackles in this half already as they made in the whole first half. They haven't been able to get their hands on the ball. Wanganui are doing very well to hold on to it. Buller, it looked like they had a bit of a turnover there, but the knock on by whoever it was that was...
Mason Bryant, I think, trying to get down. He's last up to get up. He just trying to get his hands on the ball. But that will be Lindsay Horrocks. Dan Wales gone to his left, along with Nabinabalu. And we have the fullback, Wiperi, along with Tikoisolomone out here to the right.
I think it's looking good to come to the right.
Bogalika also, he's, as you say, outside Whale. And in between Nava and Nabalu. Referee's not happy with the way these scrums are just moving around.
Sometimes I think, Townie, if you just leave them alone and
they'll sort it.
Be fine, of course.
Yeah, they'll sort it.
I know he's got player safety in the forefront of his mind, of course, the referee Webster, but these scrums, they just don't seem to be going down well at all today.
Back down they go. About to call them in. Got the crouch. Waiting. Put it in. Horrocks defeat it. No.
Tukahu Samuels leading the defence out to the right-hand side, and we've got... Is it Iliesa Ravudra on this side? No, Pat Saukuru.
Pat Sakuru's in at 5'8" this side for Bull. He's got to mark up that fullback. Perry. He's looked dangerous in the back there today.
Yeah, and his mate Tikoisolomone on there.
And it goes. Holding it, Wanganui. They're holding it. Starting to turn a little bit. Picked off the back there by Hudson. And just almost got taken down by Lawaki in the tackle here. Can they hand it over there? Buller, they're in trying to get it there. And that's the number 8 there for Buller. High-tongue pulled Wanganui to the ground, but reaching in again was Horrocks, and he managed to get it up there to the hooker Tuatahu. Wanganui, they've still got it. Gee, they're controlling it nicely. And this time it's the replacement for Josh Lane that's got the ball. Down on the ground he goes, just inside the 22. Horrocks, long pass there to Whale. Longer pass there out to...
Well ripped, clear by
Bogalika.
Got it. Luakai ripped the ball clear, Townie.
And Buller, though, they're still going backwards. And Wanganui got it again. Horrocks has got it in his hand. He comes back to the right there. And again, he gives it up there to Madams. He goes to ground. And a penalty to Bull. He wasn't releasing it, though. Quickly taken there by Lash. He runs offside. They've got to be upside the 10-metre mark. Lash gives it up there to Ravudra. Oh, he gets taken down 10-metre mark, Buller territory there, and gets up with it. They let him go. And he's fighting his way towards the halfway mark. Stevens gets it. Long pass there to Lash. Long pass out there to Leaper. Leaper, oh no, he saw Jack Best outside. He wasn't going to give it to him. Too far for him to run. Leaper holding on to it right on the halfway. Lash still picked up there by Stevens. Lawaki gives it up there. High Tongue's got it. Gives it up there to Kalikabeki. Inside the Wanganui 10 metres now. Stevens again out there to Lash. Lash goes for a little bit of a run on his own. He's through James Lash. He's going to head towards the far corner. Oh, again he slips over. Gives it up there to Leaper off his shoulder there. No one in support there for the Buller players. They're inside the 22-metre mark. Lash fires a long pass out there to Kalikabeki. Flying up there.
Beautiful
and
ball.
A nice hand out there to Ravudra. And Ravudra's going to run round and he will score to the right of the post. And Ravudra with the try there. Gee, that was good support. Buller held the ball in their hand that time. And it all came about from inside their own half with that quick tap there from James Lash. He went up to the 22-metre mark, Wanganui. And on this wet and forget replay, he slipped over, but still managed to retain the ball. And with Jeff Leper again carrying that ball forward, and was flung out to the Cock and then finally on to Ravudra. And he has brought the ball to about 10, 12 metres to the side of the goalpost. That brings it back to 21 points to 17 with the conversion still to come.
Well, there was a helter-skelter. It's been 65 minutes and finally James Lash has been able to stamp his authority on the game, Townie. He went through, they weren't back 10, he kept going, the ball went up to Ravudra, come back out to the left. James Lash got the penalty given to him. He took the ball forward. Jeff Leper, he was there. And I think, was that Jack Best or...
Jack Best was in there, yep.
Yeah, he gave the ball out the side of his hand out to Ravudra to score. Beautiful ball.
Well, that's brought Buller back into the game, 21-17. And we have one of the Wanganui players down on the ground in front of the post there. It might be the prop forward Raymond Salu.
Yeah, the try scorer. He's wandering back. He's
limping back.
Very ginger.
He won't run 30 metres next time, I wouldn't think. We've got a replacement too, another replacement.
Yeah, Bryn Hudson off.
Bryn Hudson going off. And we'll just pick up who has come on for him. Lash with this conversion. There goes the conversion. And the flags are up. And so with that conversion, that brings it to Wanganui 21 and Buller 19.
Yeah, Townie, Wanganui now moving forward. I'll give you that replacement in a minute. Buller, they've shown, with the ball in hand, they're a completely different side. And I know that's a stupid thing to say, but, you know, they just look dangerous, Buller, in the last 3 or 4 minutes. And James Lash has sparked them.
Here goes well, kicking off towards taken again by Leper. And again, he runs straight into the new man on the field, Chris Brewer. Just outside the Buller 10-metre mark, back to Lash. Lash puts a kick down deep. Going to be taken there by Tikoisolomone. Fires it back inside to Wiperi. Fires across there to the winger and racing up very quickly. The winger over there on the far side, Rogers Holden, gets taken down just outside his 22-metre mark. Yes. And penalty to Buller. Well, this time Wanganui trying to throw the ball around and cross by their post there. And they got into quite a bit of trouble. And poor old Tyler Rogers Holden, there was no way he was going to get the ball along the ground and behind him. He tried to go back and pick it up. And Buller now with the penalty. About 8 metres in from the grandstand touch. 24 metres out from the goal line. Yeah,
what do you do here, Townie? You're down by 2. He's taking the shot.
Can I have a go?
This will put them in front. Great chase by Kalikavecki and Samuels. They got up on the Hayes Holden and put him to the ground, and the referees deemed that the Wanganui support players were straight off their feet. And now Buller have got a chance, believe it or not, to take the lead with looks like 10, 12 minutes to play. Or maybe 10 minutes, yeah.
Well, just shows if you do make a mistake, and there's been a few of them in this game, and Buller have made a number of them and paid for it, and this time it could be Wanganui.
Yeah, it's little. Can they afford it for it to creep into their game right now? James Lash over the ball. The crowd goes silent. Actually, I think we might let the crowd tell you what happens here.
Here goes a kick from Lash. He's got up high. Do you hear that? They love it.
They love it,
James
Townie.
Lash, the penalty, has put Buller back in front by 22 points to 21. And as Smithy says, about, 10, 12 minutes left to go on the clock.
It's hard. We've had a lot of injury breaks in this half, Townie, and my clock's
some
been
replacements here too. I think we might have
Hikarai's
Raymond
back on.
Salu going off.
Yeah, and Hikarai,
Hikarai coming back on.
Back on, yeah.
He's the man that was injured and he's going off.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, James Lash was halfway back to halfway. The ball wasn't even towards the post, and the crowd were telling us, Townie.
They knew
how
it.
straight that was.
Here goes the kick out from Whale. Puts it up nicely. Lawaki up, or he gets knocked back to Buller. Oh, they have taken nicely down on the ground there by Leper. Wanganui trying to get over his time. Lash has got it. Goes for a wee bit of a run this time. Oh, he goes through 2-3 players here, and they look like they were going to. He was going to kick it. They hung off him, and he kept running. 12 metres inside Buller's territory. Stevens has got it. Lawaki, he's down injured. Oh, there goes Stevens. He puts a high kick up into the air, racing through his Samuels. Whippery takes it there. Oh, and he goes through the tackle of Samuels. And he's going straight too. Geez, back inside Buller's territory. 10-metre mark. Good work there from the fullback, Shea Whippery. The lock forward there now. Travis Horton for Wanganui. Buller trying to rip the ball free. They have got it free too. Who's got his hands around it there? It's Willis Scott.
Yeah.
Pulls it down on the Buller side there. Wanganui trying to go over the top there. What's the referee saying? He's trying to, come back now to Wanganui. Well, Willis Scott looked ahead, taking the ball down. Comes back out there to Brewer. Horrocks gets it this time. Whale gets up very, very quickly and knocked away there from Wanganui. And picking it back up there was Bogaleka. Only going across field at the moment, trying to work that short side. Forwards, Wanganui. They're really good at this.
There's some intensity in the Buller defence.
Brewer's got it, yeah. Oh, picked up nice and again through Wanganui, almost through again. Just ankle tapped. Comes back there to loose forwards. Horrocks has got it. He tries to set it up there to number 17, and the new man on the field, that's Latu. And he just lost it forward. Wow, Buller scrambling there in the defence. And I've got Willis Scott down on the ground. He's
Anthony Ellis is down, Townie. Luakai's struggling with his cramp. The three of the Buller players played themselves to a standstill here. They're really struggling.
And the referee has blown time off. Buller ahead, 22-21.
I feel for Willis Scott. If this is his hamstring again, Townie. He's down. He's got the.
He's getting the old stretch again.
The Silas carry out there.
I called Alex Paterson across to give him the old leg jerk too. Lawaki's back. He's back up on his feet.
Well, Dan Whale, I talked about it earlier on, Townie, a different player than Craig.
Takes it to the line.
He takes it to the line, and a couple of times he's found Buller wanting on that inside channel, and he's just put it up to a lock forward who's taken it through, and there they were. They looked a good thing until the play broke down with a knock on.
Yes, well, look, if you want great value house and land packages, West Coast wide this is, contact Jenny and Holmes today. And a big thanks to Jenny and Holmes for bringing you this live commentary from Victoria Square here in Westport. I can tell you down in Greymouth, Mid-Canterbury 31, West Coast 31. 31 all down there. Wairarapa Bush still leading King Country 35-26. South Canterbury leading Horowhenua Kapiti 50-7. And Poverty Bay 27, North Otago 17. Righto, the referee's blowing time back on Andrew Stevens. He needs a solid scrum here. Can't afford to lose the ball again. Midway, 22 and halfway. Puts it in. It has been hooked. High Tongue wakes it. Oh, High Tongue's got it. He goes there on that short side again. Puts it down on the ground. Pops it back up there to Stevens. Stevens gives it up to Paterson. Geez, he's on his own over the far side, but Jack Best gets around him. Puts it down nicely. Trying to drive over at Wanganui. Gee, they've been good at this. They've attacked the ruck smalls and the liner. Up there to Lawaki. Down and he goes. Not making any distance here. Now it comes back to Lash. Puts a high kick up in the air.
It's pretty
coming down on the coming down. Dropping it. Perry. His first mistake of the day. It come down on the halfway mark, and he saw Iliesa Ravudra coming at him. He heard his footsteps. He had a wee look up. Dropped the ball right on the halfway.
Well, I'll tell you what, James Lash will want that kick again, but then again he won't. That was a terrible kick. He had all the time in the world, Whippery. He's been outstanding today, and he's dropped it cold. And now Buller, halfway, 3 minutes to go, Townie, perhaps.
Oh, look, Smithy, I can't even look at my watch. I don't know what it is, mate. I'm just hoping the referee will say, next time out, boys, it. But no, I think we've still got some time to go.
Yeah, I've had my running time going. It shows 3 minutes. There's been a couple of injuries.
Well, Buller got the ball.
You did right though, Ravudra tearing down on him. That made me look up twice too.
Ravudra's come to the left. Lash is on the right. And he's got Paterson. There's a few others over there too, but they might all be the reserves standing up. They might be the reserves, yep.
They are.
They'll score down there outside the touchline.
You've got Gene Simmons up on his feet, number 18. You've got Podge Mackay, Jareth.
They're looking, but anyway, Stevens with the ball. They won't be rushing it. They need a big scrum, boys. Down it goes. Put in. Hooked. Well, Wanganui have got the shove too.
Oh, big scrum, Wanganui.
Oh, and a penalty to Wanganui, yes. Bullet turning it, and they got a penalty right on the halfway mark. What will they do with it here? Gee, they need the big scrum buller, and Wanganui got the shove on.
Well, they got the hook, Townie. I thought this looks okay, but then the pressure went on.
It went back, didn't it?
Yeah, they ended up...
Wow, right in the middle of the field, right on the halfway mark. Kick towards the grandstand touch, and he puts it into touch midway. Good kick, midway 22, halfway, bullet territory. And the new hooker on there, Dylan Galian. And we have Kimpalali Latu going to the front of the line out there. As Galian looks to throw to this line out. Will Buller attack it?
It didn't
up high goes it.
Nice.
Referee's quite happy with it. Well, they're holding it up there. They're not moving anywhere. Holding it in the back there. Holding it in the back. Being held up there by Jamie Hughes, is it? Now they got a bit of a shove on. Comes back now to Horrocks. Right out here to Whale. Whale, he tries to duck his way through, but he just held on to around the ankles there. Good work there.
It's a turnover, Townie. It's a turnover.
Turnover to Buller. Oh, Wanganui flying in there. And it is a Buller scrum too. Gee, and Horrocks kicks the air. He knew the value of that one.
And I can say I was on the end of a lot of these during the club season, Townie. It was Willis Scott with those
right down underneath there.
Straight over the ball.
Oh, a couple of injuries, is it? A couple of players down. The referee's quickly...
It's Willis Scott again.
As Jareth Mackay comes on. Well, who will he come on for?
Well, who will he come on for?
Who will he come on for here? Gee, Stevens getting a little pat there. He might have been around underneath the ankles there.
He's gone on.
Nathan Avalu coming up slowly.
Anthony Ellis trudging to the sideline.
Oh, yes, he may be under a little bit of pressure there, Alice. He was injured last week. Someone said a season-ending injury, but he did manage to make it back for today. Got some of that magic water. Yeah. This is a crucial scrum for Buller, Smithy.
It is a big
They
scrum.
lost the last one. They got pushed around. They got a penalty against him. Mackay, a shorter prop. Where will he go?
He's solid, Townie.
He's on the tight head.
It's still a big front row, but they've really got to have an 8-man shove here. They can't afford to let Wanganui push them off another one.
22-21, Buller ahead. Andrew Stevens with the ball.
Oh, the crowd's pensive, aren't they,
Townie?
Townie?
They're very quiet at the moment, aren't they? They realise how big a scrum this is.
It's a good crowd.
Gone down to, yes. Stevens puts it in. It's hooked. It is hooked for Buller. And Horrocks through very quickly on Stevens again. Having to go back and help him out there was the cock. And also high tongue, but Buller managed to have put it to ground.
Yeah, they've done well.
Waiting for it to come back. Goes straight back there to Lash. Lash puts his left boot to it. Kicks it right down that touchline. On. Dropped there over there on the far side, was it? Yes. Oh, the referee says it's gone backwards. As Tyler Holden gets it. And he's taken down right on the halfway mark. But he gets out of that first tackle, is it? They're inside Buller's half by about 10 metres. Wanganui this time with the ball at hand. Going down the short side, the forwards. Scrambling the ball, screaming, waiting for it to come back out. Now it's picked up there by Latu.
They can't afford a penalty either, Townie.
Jack Best holding on to him. Up towards the 22-metre mark. Waiting for it to come through. Picked up by Horrocks. It gives it out along the back line. Whale gives it up there. And taken right out in midfield there is Nathan Avalu. Wanganui all over top of it, raking for it. Buller defence has got to be out. Whale passes it on. Comes back to the forward Madams. Madams goes a few paces down. And now he gets dragged down to the ground. Wanganui still holding on to it. That short side there. The Buller defence has got to be solid. Ravudra in making the tackle. Horrocks back to the right-hand side. Whale has got it. No, it's not. Gallia might have it there. Latu's picked it up. He's got Stevens all over him there.
Have to roll away, Buller.
Waiting for it to come back. Now it goes out to Whale. Gets it out there on that far side there to Haytor Horton. Up to the winger on the far side there, Rogers Holden. Ball's been kicked away. Penalty. Penalty to not releasing. A penalty to Wanganui, not releasing. And the referee over there, Mr. Webster, gets the ear of the crowd in the grandstand there. Said Buller didn't roll away. And this penalty in the dying moments of the game. Buller 22, Wanganui 21. And it's going to be a shot at goal. He's signalling. Yes, I've signalled a shot at goal. So it will be, is it Dan Whale?
Yeah, Dan Whale, I'd suggest will step up, Townie, and I'd suggest this also may be the last play of the game. So this has everything hanging on it. Yeah, the referee deemed that the Buller tackler ripped the ball clear as they went to ground. That's enough for him to point
Give
at the
penalty.
sticks. Yeah.
22-21, Buller leading. Wanganui.
What would you say, Townie? Be 12, 13 metres in from touch?
He will be. Getting a bit of hurry up from the crowd over on the far side, as you would expect.
He's only 26, 27 metres out. This is bread and butter most days. The wind's died away.
Wind has died away. The flag's not moving. Getting a fair arc up from the crowd over there. Whale moves in. He's kicked it. It seems to be pretty straight. The crowd behind are yelling and roaring. They can see it had missed. And that's it. And the referee says back to the 22-metre mark.
Well, there's time to play. There's time to play. Wanganui have still got the chance.
Mr. Webster, what will Buller do here? They've got to get behind the kicker. James Lash puts his boot to it. Down deep. Taken back there by Whale it was. Gives it across there to Wee Perry. Up to the 10-metre mark. They've got a tackle here. Oh, that was high. Oh, Jack Best. Very high. Taking it very quickly here. Horrocks comes up. Oh, no, the referee says come back.
I'll give it to Cox, lost his headgear. And
oh, Jack Best, a high tackle there. Wanganui now with a chance. Whale with the ball in hand. 7 or 8 metres inside his own half. Kicks it towards the grandstand touch. And he's put it into touch about 12 metres inside Buller's territory. Well,
the nerves are up, Town.
They're jangling.
I tell you what, they are jangling. Wanganui, all the play
Francis
here
Mining, Buller 22. Wanganui 21. Shorten line out for Wanganui.
Referee's time.
The hooker there throws it towards the back there. Drop down to Horrocks' hand. Gets it out there to Whale. Right along the back line it goes now. Oh, they got it up there to the replacement on the Bogalika. They still come there. Nathan Avalou gets it. Runs straight into Tox Samuels. Pulls him down. Turns it back to Wanganui. Horrocks gets it up there to Hakaria. Hakaria on the ground there. Horrocks gets it. Again, it comes up amongst the forwards there. Hey, Horton's got it. Only going across field at the moment. Trying to rip it free. The Buller forwards are not going to get it. Horrocks comes back to the right. Again.
Penalty territory.
Yeah. Lawaki makes a tackle. Still coming. The forwards again inside. Nathan Avalou right in amongst the forwards there. Horrocks again going to the left-hand side. He's going to go for a run, but taken down in the tackle there. Over the top goes Lash.
Turnover. It's a turnover, Townie.
James Lash has got it, has he? Was Lash in there? Surely not. Andrew Stevens it was. Oh, Lash gets it, puts it up high. That's not going to go out. Going to come down to the try score. Oh, he loses it behind him. And he gets pushed into touch. Referee stares. There's still time. There's still time. Well, Kalikabeki was up very, very quickly on Tikoisolomone. I didn't think that kick of Lashes had gone anywhere, but again, it has ended up in touch, and a Buller throwed the line out, and the referee. Well, this game has gone on for a running time of what have we had? 102 minutes so far.
Oh, I'd suggest it's getting up there. I got the hint that it wasn't.
I tell you what, it's got to go to Buller's got a new throw here to see Hooker Bryant. Where will this throw go? I get the throw. Goes into the front of the line out. Stevens has got it. He's just going to hold on to it and take it back into the forwards there. Jack Best playing at halfback. He'd be a big halfback. Oh, he picks it up and drives it forward.
Oh, penalty advantage.
Penalty advantage.
It is Buller advantage.
Penalty advantage here to Buller. They've still got under control. They need to wind the clock down here. That's Lawaki taking it on. They're only 3 or 4 metres inside Wanganui's territory. Stevens has got it, kicks it into touch, and the referee says, that's it!
That's it,
and Francis Mining Buller 22 have come back and defeated Wanganui 21 here at Victoria Square in Westport. Wanganui leading 14-5 at half time.